This is my first time taking the Lectric XPeak 2.0 out on some actual trails. This is Frances Slocum off of Carverton Road in, I think it's Kingston Township, Pennsylvania, or it might be Wyoming. This is the beginning of the trails, starting from where the parking is by the gas line, the pipeline. The beginning is basically uphill with some rocky areas, nothing too aggressive on the entire trail. So I started riding this in pedal assist 1, and I believe gear 1. I was going back and forth between 1 and 2. Here's some rocky areas there. And I could feel the assist. It was just enough to make up for the struggle I would normally have on this. The tires and the front shock took those rocks pretty nicely. It wasn't too bad. I tried going over a few things here and there. I have to be careful with the XPeak. Normally on my mountain bikes I have a bash guard, which is a solid metal, usually cast aluminum ring that's instead of your third sprocket, the third chainring on your sprocket, and then you can bash that against rocks and logs when you're going over them. So that's one thing that this bike, you have to watch for that. There's not too many objects in this trail that you'd have to worry about. So this is still all uphill with a few little downhills, and it was feeling really good. At this point I would be pretty much struggling. I don't have my riding legs yet for the year. So I would have had to stop several times here, and some of the rocks and a few of the obstacles would trip you up, and then I'd have to stop and rest by the tree and catch my breath. So this allowed me to still do some work, but still enjoy myself and not have to stop and push the bike up the hill. I probably could have made it here, but I didn't really know how the bike was going to handle trying to pick up the front wheel to get up over the rock. So I didn't really feel like going back and trying it again. Just wanted to just ride it and kind of feel things out. I did try to do something else on the trail later on, and I was able to make it the second time. This is getting steeper here. It's not too bumpy. I think there might be roots up ahead, but it's not too bumpy here. And then you get to a top area that's kind of levels off. So coming up, I started to do some narration actually when I was on the bike. So it's going to repeat itself about the bike that I'm riding and all that. But there are other spots that I talk about the trail and how I'm feeling and the gears and all that.
All right, this is my first time taking the XPeak out onto an actual trail. I did it on a little stint that's only a couple of 100 feet long, just to see what it would do. And so far on this, it's doing pretty good. I only had it on pedal assist 1, and I am in first gear on pedal assist 1, and that was working pretty well. I can feel the assist, but I was still doing a lot of the work. Then on some of the steeper parts, and when it was getting a little rough, where normally I would be standing up the pedal and struggling and barely moving, I kicked it into pedal assist 2, and that just pulled me through it. I think pedal assist 5 would be almost out of the question. I think it'd just be too fast, too much power going up through the trail. I might try it a little bit at some point, but the last part here I was working it. There's no way I would be able to do this on my regular mountain bike at this point. I don't have the riding legs for it yet, and the stamina, the cardio stamina for it. So this is what I'm expecting. A nice assist to help me along and have me enjoy it, rather than having a struggling ride where all I'm doing is just walking it in spots and stopping and having to get off the bike because I can't get up or starting over again. There's a little bit of, that's okay. I've done that for many, many years, but it does take away from the enjoyment of the ride. So this definitely is making it a lot more pleasurable to ride. So far it was 0.6 miles, which isn't too far, but in mountain biking it could be far depending on the terrain. So this would be pretty far in the shape that I'm in as far as riding legs. So with this, I stopped a couple of times just because I'm not used to the bike. So I wasn't sure how to approach some spots. But we're going to carry forward here. I'm still on pedal assist 2 and first gear. Going to get going here. I'll probably put it down into pedal assist 1. Yep, there we go. Because I don't really need the assist at all, but I'm going to leave it at 1. It's mostly downhill. Okay. All right, looks like I could do that. I didn't want to try it because it is a little high. I didn't want to hit the sprocket on that. So let's go back it up here and try it again. There's not too many logs, anymore across the trails. At least there wasn't. They cleaned a lot of that up. Oh yeah, no problem. Okay, I think I'm gonna go straight here. Wow, quite a bit of trees down here since the last time I was here. Here's the water. Ooh. Okay, that was like another half a mile through a cobblestone, flagstone, Roman road it's called. And then uphill gradually and then getting steeper through some roots and rocks. And then there was a last steep spot right here. That shows up, but yeah, the bottom part up to here, I put it in a pedal assist 2. I was in pedal assist 1 pretty comfortably through the other parts of that. I wasn't feeling the assist so much on this hill. It may have been able to drag me through. When I threw it in the pedal assist 2, I was still doing a lot of work, but it was pulling me pretty well with the matching the force that I was putting down, so that was good. So I don't know if I would make it in one or not. I'm not going to go down and try it, so I want to get a bunch of the trails covered today, but I may have been able to make it in pedal assist 1. I'm still in first gear. I didn't change that yet. So far so good. Liking it. All right, going to carry on here. Okay, here we go. Doing 19 down there, but it's a pretty good straightaway. There's nothing to really cause any issues. All right, I put it down in the second gear, see how that works. Pedal assist 1. All right, and the turn's coming up ahead here. Oh, that's a low bridge. Okay, go. Oh, pedal assist 2. I think I'm gonna need 2. Yep. So I'm pedal assist 2, gear 2. This is some of the areas where I really struggle on the manual bike. I'm going slower here because I am doing a lot of work. All right, we're getting to the top now. There's like a little grassy area here that you see, which is the light at the end of the tunnel. Right there. Okay. This part here is basically all downhill. I cut a little bit of the climb prior to this because it was probably 8 minutes long of just incline. Nothing really to see. All right. Still in second gear. I dropped it to pedal assist 1 because this is just a little bit of upgrade here. I found out later that that clicking was the front hub. The axle had come a little bit loose. I needed to tighten it when I was putting it in the van. So I thought it was the cables clinging or something like that. A lot of stuff down here. Oh yeah. Oh. And it doesn't look like too many people are going through this because this will be all worn through here. It's a doable route. So maybe that didn't happen too long ago. All right. Okay. All right, we'll go around this way. There's an old dam over here. All right, there's the dam. Here's the down and then up. The trail's worn pretty good going to the dam, so people must ride through there. It's pretty worn. There's the water. Yeah. Uh-oh. Yo. Oh, that's a big one that fell. Wow. Okay. This is where we started at. I'm gonna go back this way, come up around. There we go. Okay. Now we want to go up this side over here. All right, this trail is called Granny Trail. At least when we used to ride it years ago. It's now called Buck Trail. We just had, I think, unofficial names. But anyway, we called it that because you needed to put it in your granny gear to get up it. And I've never made it up it. I've gotten almost to the top, but always ended up stumbling on something. So I'm going to try it with this. I'm going to put it in pedal assist 5. Just to see if that motor's right through, then I can try it on a lower one. And I'll leave it at 2. Gear 2. So let's see what happens. Wow. Well, I didn't stop, but I hit that one spot and I put one foot down. Wow. All right, so I made it up pedal assist 5, and it's still, it was pushing pretty well, pretty good, but I don't know if I would make it in 4. Maybe if I had it in first gear, but I'm not sure. In doing mountain bike climbing, I'm not sure the ratio of like assist to gear. It might be harder, or with the assist, it might be harder with it being on first gear, because the pedaling is so easy. But it might be better because you don't have to turn as much to get some power out of the assist. So I don't know. So I'm going to go carry forward here on I'm on 2 and pedal assist 1. I've gone 3 miles so far. I'm on 52.9 and 53 volts. It's bouncing back and forth. So could get quite a few mountain bike rides in one charge. But you know, that's only 3 miles, where the riding range is something like 30. Okay, let's put that back on the trip. All right, let's go. Now this is the trail we came up on. The first stop. So just over the top of this is all downhill. Pretty much the majority of the way.
You can really hear that rattling because it has a straight through axle. There's no issue with the axle, with the wheel coming off the bike. It's just loose and shaky and just rattling within the hole.
The stupid leaf. You go down around that way. It's different. That's the same way we came in. Let's go down this way. Pedal assist too. May not have needed it, but I think gear 1 would have been better on pedal assist 1. All right, this is the way out.